All right. We are going to have our work session for the ARB at this point. So for the board to just discuss amongst themselves, the first project is 428 Glen Road. Any comments from the board?
I had none.
None.
Sorry. Figure it out. Upside down. I think after I saw that other
Sketch.
part, I didn't really. Any comments, it's the deck, right?
Yeah.
I think it's even more screwed.
Yeah, that one.
Right.
This one.
Oh, yeah, so that, yeah, so like this one had some things, but then like the drawings show like things more.
Right. Right. Yeah. We are reviewing the drawings, so,
Yeah,
okay.
right, that's good.
I mean, it's a public hearing, so. But no comments at this point, so. All right, so from 428, next we have 12 East Glendale Road. This was a design review, second story rear addition.
No
Comments from the board,
No
board
comment.
members?
No comments from me.
I'm sorry, very disorganized here.
There you go.
Trying to-
Glendale, that's it.
12 East Glendale.
It's, you know, they have this very, very long elevation. Did you see this?
This was in
Yeah.
before for a FAR approval, and they are operating with some difficult circumstances with trying to increase their square footage. So this is kind of what we were expecting, and I know that one on the, I think it's on the right side, there's a long expanse of blank siding. However, that is their existing garage, and that blank siding is an existing condition.
Right.
It's all existing here.
I guess if everyone's okay with it, I suppose. They had a. They're receiving, you know, extra square footage than other people would have, and then they have a big, long elevation. But it doesn't have any architectural detail at all. The windows, I mean, but they're just sort of.
You're suggesting break it up. Break it up with
Right.
a band board or something.
So,
Which view?
it's the west, so it's the west.
Last elevation.
That. I don't.
I mean, I agree that some variation on that side would be nice, but I think they're trying to go up over that existing garage, which is already contiguous with that side of the house.
Right.
Mhm.
So that's the garage right there.
The garage.
Yes.
Yeah,
Is
so
there
there's,
some reason that they have to go over the garage, or they just want to?
They need to. They're increasing.
Yeah, they want to increase the size of their house.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Due to hardships.
Right.
In the family.
okay, so they had some sort of extenuating circumstance.
Yes,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay. I got it. Okay.
yeah, I think the last time we saw this one, we were basically just concentrating on the new addition portion because of the situation, and I think that's kind of where we left it.
Okay.
So,
In the prior schemes had an addition on top of the garage with overhangs in various directions, and it made more sense just to extend the mass up rather than trying to
Try to cantilever it every which way.
cantilever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I understand.
all right, so any comments further on 12 East Glendale Road? I would recommend we move it to pre-approval. All right, next we have 713 Hearst Green Road addition.
I have one suggestion, and it's a suggestion, not a requirement. Is on the left side elevation, maybe they would consider adding a window into the den that's similar to the den window that's facing the patio, just to put a window in that location toward the rear of the side elevation. And it seems like it would balance nicely in the room to have a window on each side.
I'm drawing.
I'm good. I'm good.
I just had a comment on the garage. It's a pretty big garage, and I was thinking it might be nice to include windows on the north elevation if they're open to it. I know that's at the rear of the property, but just a suggestion.
Any other comments?
I had no comment.
We can discuss 713. Next, we have 814 Edgar Road, new construction.
I had no comments.
I have some comments on the right side elevation. This elevation is going to be highly visible. When you're driving south on Edgar, you're driving up the hill towards it. And all of the rest of the houses in that area are one-story, low-slope roofs. So this will really protrude out above those. And we'll be seeing this right side elevation very prominently. And it looks unbalanced to me, and there's a lot of blank siding on that elevation. So I'm thinking that perhaps they might consider more fenestration. Some of the possible locations would be to add a window into the primary walk-in closet, or maybe small windows into the pantries, or one on the side of the garage. That's going to be a very prominent elevation. Right now, it's pretty blank and it's not very balanced. So with it being that highly visible to the rest of the neighborhood, I do feel like it needs some more attention.
So it appeared to me that most of the houses around there were small homes.
They're small.
Without garages on the front.
Um,
So how do we have a 3-stall garage here?
I drove over there and I had that question as well, because there is this house, existing house with a front entry garage that's going to be torn down. There's a church right next door. And those are the only two on that block, so to speak. And then across the street, there are not front-facing garages. Those houses there face onto the perpendicular street. And while there is a garage that has doors opening onto Edgar, It is not, it's technically a side entry garage.
Yeah.
So, I was questioning, that as well.
Right, it doesn't seem like it qualifies, so in which case, I'm not sure why, so do you know?
I do not know. I don't have any additional information regarding that. That would be a question for Elliot. I can check with him if you'd like.
Yeah, that would be great.
I mean, it's a new home, so it should be preliminary anyway, so.
That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah, it'd be preliminary. The first time we see it, we don't,
That's
know,
correct.
pass them right through,
This would be
so
the, yeah.
always, so, it can be saved for the next time. We can look at it as though it's acceptable to have this three-stall garage, which is not typical anyway, let alone a front-facing, but three stalls, so
Yeah.
that was probably my biggest, so actually Carol's comment of the side with the windows and then the large garage were really my
Maybe,
comments.
maybe if we were to consider this as preliminary, then we could provide those review comments to the owners and then also verify with Elliot. And that way, when they do come back, it won't be like this counted as an official submittal. So that might be a good way to approach it.
Is there a planning or zoning loophole that allows for, since the garage is broken into two masses with two doors and one door, if that is a way around, or?
Well, no, it's a
Okay.
front-facing
No rules on
garage.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be up to us,
Yeah, I'm just curious, that was done for a reason.
other than it does look a little better, but,
Yeah.
but yeah, I don't know of anything like that.
I was curious about the orientation of the garage. If it were side entry, I think the house could move up towards the street. It looks like the house is on the setback line at the garage, which leaves no room for any kind of rear patio or anything like that if they decided to do that in the future. So I thought maybe moving the house up, it could align with the neighboring house, provide the side entry, and then also give them the opportunity to get away from their neighbor's driveway, which goes right behind their home.
Mhm.
Give them some breathing room at the back of their house.
Yeah, there
They
is.
don't align with the neighbors? Aren't they supposed to?
It
align
looks
with the
like
neighbors?
it does at the garage only,
Yeah.
because the garage protrudes.
Oh, I
in
see
front
there.
of it.
It's very faint over here.
There's sufficient
Yeah,
site
yeah,
there
so-
for a side entry garage.
Mhm.
And
It's
it might
very crowded
actually,
back there.
it actually might be easier for them to have a side entry garage because they wouldn't have to be trying to back onto Edgar Road, which, just when I was out there looking and taking photographs, it was very dangerous there.
Yeah, it's a corner, yeah.
So I really, I think it would be easier for the homeowners to have a side entry garage and they could get more safely in and out of their own driveway because they would have a place to turn around.
Well, it does open, it opens onto.
So,
That garage, so.
yeah, I'm sorry, we're just having a discussion here and then the official meeting's at 5:30. That's when we'll discuss your project with you. Just so you know. Thank you. All right. So we can discuss this project at the official meeting, sorry. All right. And then we did have one added, I think. That's not on the agenda, is that correct?
Yes.
This one is 442 Woodlawn Avenue windows. Yeah, okay, good.
I have some questions about this one, just to make sure that I'm understanding correctly. On the second page of their submittal, it says existing windows are aluminum, 2 double hung on each side with sliders in the middle and no grill. But when I look at the photograph, that doesn't seem to be what the photograph shows. The photograph of that box bay does not have double hungs. So I just want to clarify, is that a continuation of the description of the existing windows? Because then it says proposed windows, 1 picture window on each side with 2 mold double hungs in the middle. And, you know, that's so atypical. It seems to me if you were doing picture windows and double hungs, it's usually one big picture in the center and then a double hung on each
Each side.
side. So the combination of those questions, I really feel like needs clarification. So we know what we're approving, and then also so the building department can follow through properly and everybody has a clear understanding of what's intended.
Yeah, I didn't exactly understand what they were doing
I
either.
think the sides of the box bay have windows.
The side is the what?
The sides of the box bay is the fix. At least that's how I read it.
Two slides.
I don't know, maybe
Sliders in the
the
side.
windows, the pictures are so small, I wasn't,
From-
I mean, maybe there's something I missed.
I had a hard time reading
I think
the
that's the
middle.
side of the box.
It's so small.
Where that would be cuts and then two double hung on the ends. On the end.
Yeah, you can kind of make
What I
out the
thought.
side windows.
Maybe there's some clues in the sizes of the windows here that are called out.
Those are pretty narrow. 18
So
inches.
hard to read.
Yeah, no, I had, yeah.
40.
We can just clarify the windows on this one.
Yeah, I think that sounds fine.
I agree with that.
Yeah, bigger pictures would be helpful. These are
Yeah.
very tiny.
You know, the text is very. The numbers and stuff. Really
Yep.
little.
Okay. So I'm gonna make sure I add that one to this agenda. And then at this point, we are going to take a pause, the work session. We'll pause until the official meeting will begin at 5:30. So if you're here in person or online, just hang on and we'll start up again shortly. Thank you. Welcome everyone to the Architectural Review Board meeting for Webster Groves. We finished our work session. The official meeting is now underway. Introduce Tacoa Bell and Jim Bailey with the city. We have Jamie Hessmeyer as our council liaison here tonight. Carol Duncan, Tracy Collins, Angela Thompson, David Yates, and myself, Bob Buckman, all volunteer architects that sit on the board. First item is review of July 17th meeting minutes, which I believe all of us are present except for Mark. So with that, may I have a motion on the meeting minutes?
I'll make a motion to approve the July 17 meeting minutes as presented.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, the July 17th meeting minutes are good as written. We do have one pre-approval. So I'll ask for a motion, and once it's read, whoever's here for that project is free to go. May I have a motion on 12 East Glendale Road?
Move to approve 12 East Glendale Road as submitted.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? 12 East Glendale Road is approved. At this point, I will read off the project. If you're here in person, just ask you to come up to the microphone and introduce yourself. We'll discuss your project. If you're online, to raise your Zoom hand, and Tacoa will add you to the discussion. First project is a public hearing, 428 Glen Road.
I am Alex Blaze with Blaze Architects. We are the architects for the project. To let you guys know, we do have some updated drawings that are slightly different than what you guys have. It's some relatively minor changes. Essentially, we are lowering the peak of the gable on the porch slightly so that it just intersects with the existing ridge of the shed roof there. As well as moving the face of it back about 12 inches from the edge. So it is set back slightly. And is roughly in line with the box beam below.
So just lower this.
Okay.
And
Okay, that's okay.
Hold
Help
on.
to see it close up.
Fascia back,
Okay.
the line.
Tracy, did you
What
have
about
a copy?
that this is lower than what else?
I was just curious.
Hold the fascia back, line, the box.
Oh, sure.
Okay.
You guys
Oh,
want to see?
she's got.
Here's the
Oh, yeah. It's better. It's fine.
And that. This got pulled back,
Mhm.
wasn't it?
All right. Any comments from the board?
It's fine.
I think everyone's good with the design. Thank you, Alex. Public hearing, is there anyone else present that wants to make a comment? Seeing no one. May I have a motion on 428 Glen Road?
I move to approve 428 Glen Road with the drawings that we received tonight.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Aye, opposed? All right, you're approved.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good night. Next, we have 713 Hurst Green Road.
Hello, Matt Shaver with Shaver Architecture.
Matt?
Matt. All right, I think there was a question.
Oh, I just had, this is not a requirement. It's just a suggestion to see if you might be open to it. On the left side elevation, maybe add a window into the den that's similar to the den window that's facing the patio. It would just help break up that back expanse of siding a little bit.
The only reason we would potentially not want to do that is because they're doing some built-ins along that wall in the interior.
Yeah, it looks like there's built-ins on the other side as well, but it has a window.
That is true. Is that a decision we need to make today?
You know, if everybody's agreeable, what we can do is read it into the motion as an option.
Okay.
So you can talk to your client, and then if y'all decide you want to do it, you can without coming back. But if you don't do it, that's okay
Okay.
too.
Yeah, because I think it would kind of depend on how they end up configuring those built-ins and if it's obviously compatible with the window being there. I think they'd be open to it.
Okay.
Yeah, so we could add it not as a requirement.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty well designed, how it looks like it is always part of the home, the way you've kind of brought that bay across the front. And then how you change the front porch so that you can see the full bay, I thought was a
Mhm.
good decision too. I thought that looked really good.
Thanks.
And then I was looking at the garage and that back wall is pretty long. I thought maybe you could put a window in there, but it is towards the back of the property, so
Yeah.
kind of like, what are you gonna be looking out onto?
Sure.
Because you're right up against the end of the rear yard, so that could just be something you throw in later,
Okay.
if the owner wants.
All right, any other comments?
No.
With that, may I have a motion on 713 Hurst Green Road?
Make a motion to approve 713 Hurst Green Road with the option for the applicant, if they choose, to add a window on the left side in the den and on the rear of the detached garage.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Aye. Opposed? All right, you are approved as noted. Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Good night.
Jim.
Next, we have 814 Edgar Road.
Hi, my name is Kadria Art, and this is Joe Art. We're owners of the property.
All right, welcome.
I heard your comment that you made, and I don't know if you see what we see, but this site plan is hardly legible. It looks, we're trying to look at this and see the road names and you can hardly see it. So it looks like from some of the drawings, it looks like your house actually faces Edgar Road, but we can see it's very, very faint there. Edgar Court, yeah, yeah.
Mm.
So, yeah, it's, sometimes the photocopies we get aren't always the
Right.
best and my eyes aren't getting any younger.
We didn't mean to interrupt.
No, that's okay. We
know,
understand.
'cause
Yeah,
It's like, we don't want to be backing out onto Edgar Road.
yeah, yeah.
Right.
That sounds horrible.
Yes, yeah, I don't envy the people who have to do that, especially the ones who have short driveways. I was like, yeah, wow. Okay, so. I do want to talk with you about that right side elevation.
Sure.
Get over to it here. Yeah, this is an awful lot of siding that's uninterrupted on this side here.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, there's an awful lot of just plain siding and especially when a lot of the surrounding homes are smaller homes with low pitched roofs. When we do these new two-story homes, that wall becomes very visible to all of the neighbors. And, when you're driving up the street. So I think some more balance on this elevation and, adding some windows would solve that problem. And I just, kind of made a list of some possibilities. Let's see, it would be, like maybe a couple of small windows in your pantry on the kitchen. Let's see what else we have
I mean,
here.
I'm down for that.
And
Yeah, me too.
I want some windows.
yeah,
windows.
and that way you don't always have to turn on the light when you go in there, you'll have some natural light in there. And maybe add a window into the primary walk-in closet. Same thing too, that would help kind of give you some natural light in there. And on the side of the garage, I just like real quick in green ink sort of put some things so you can see how so you can see how that might look. And that's just a scribble, but I was just thinking how y'all might balance that out and add some stuff to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
Did you talk about the front? I mean, even that front window could have them.
Yeah.
Front bedroom, sorry.
Yeah, there's a front bedroom here that might be a benefit from a side window. Yeah.
So room there, but-
I really want is, I want to have it where you can walk out over that garage part and it's like a porch.
Oh, that would be cool. That would be quite cool. Well, I'm spending your money, don't
That
you
would be
just?
nice. You mean with like a railing,
Yeah, like
A
with
railing?
like a nice railing.
a flat roof with a railing?
Yeah.
That would be really very nice compared to this.
Yeah.
I mean, this isn't that bad, but it's,
Yeah.
that would be a very nice.
From here to here.
Oh, I thought he meant this one.
Oh, that one.
I mean, the one,
Oh,
you mean the one-story garage?
Yeah, that
Yeah, okay.
one story garage.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like instead of it
Oh.
as a
Got it,
paper
got it.
roof, you just walk out and it's a
This
patio.
part,
Mm-hmm.
this
Yeah.
part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be nice. But so this is the side then, is why they have the garage is on the side.
Yeah.
right. right.
Basically.
On Edgar Court, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So that's not an,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just because that site plan is so light.
right, you
You
can't,
can't.
I didn't
you can't
even
read
realize
it.
the other things were
Yeah,
there.
I mean, and until y'all commented, I was like,
Why is that a typo?
what, what?
I-
And I was looking really closely and I'm like,
Didn't even realize.
I can sort of see a road
This is like
name there.
looking at
That's-
that, like,
So
okay,
thank you,
back this
thank
way.
you. We'll get it
How does
ironed
this
out.
work?
Yeah, I mean,
It's still
our
a-
house just wouldn't fit if you did, because the lot's kind of narrow.
Yeah.
So if we have space in that.
Oh,
Yeah. And I'm just trying to visualize, I think there are more of the homes in that area on Edgar Court that have front-facing garages. Yeah, because I know the ones on Edgar, even the smaller houses that face right onto Edgar, most of them don't have garages at all.
Right. they're
Yeah.
Pretty small lots.
Yeah,
'Cause it's
yeah.
small homes around there. You'll be
Mhm.
kind of,
Yeah.
Well, I love, the property's been, my family's in it since like the forties, so that's why we wanted to stay there.
Oh, how cool. That's neat.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah. Usually when, plans for all new homes come to us, they're called preliminary, which means we give initial feedback and it doesn't count as an official submittal. Because there's like, once you make an official submittal, there's a certain number of times that it can appear before a decision has to be made. So what we were discussing among ourselves is if we want to consider this as a preliminary submittal, y'all can add the items we've discussed and then resubmit them. So you can get it worked out the way you want and consider maybe doing that walkout area over your garage. And then when get that fine tuned, bring it on back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would say overall, when I looked at the house plans, I thought it's a really nice looking house. And I did think the right-hand side could use some work, and it sounds like you guys are open to that. Not only would it improve the exterior, but the inside of your house as well.
Yeah.
And under a case like this, figure out exactly what changes you want to make, some combination of adding the windows in the locations we've discussed. If you do want to do the walkout deck or not, that could be reflected on here. If you decide you don't want to do it, I don't think that's an issue.
No, it is. And maybe, I mean, depending upon what you're up for, if you want to draw it in a little separate part on your drawings as an option, then, we can review it either, with the roof as it's shown here or the option for that walkout area. That way you can decide later whether you want it or not, and you wouldn't have to come back again for a revision. So those are some kind of options
Yeah.
to make things a little easier for you.
Right. So, and that gives you guys a chance to think about it, and make sure you want to make that change. And if you do, where the door goes and where the windows might go,
Sure.
would
Yeah.
be different. So, I think that's really the only thing.
I have just one comment on the.
Oh, I'm
the
sorry. Go
building-
ahead, Tracy.
Yeah, the building placement on the lot, it's pushed up against the rear setback. So you only have 6 feet from your property line to your building, the back. And you've got your neighbor driving back behind your house to get to their driveway is right behind your house.
Yeah.
And I was thinking it might be nice if you're able to just bring the building forward a little bit. If you ever want to move or change one of those windows to a door and come out to a patio in your backyard.
We don't have any driveway, backyard. We have a side yard. That's why we try to move the house forward. So we have this little space for our kids, and like in the future, we want to put the fence so they're not running of the.
Cause we have a patio behind it right now.
And it's like.
Yeah.
And it's a small patio. It just
Yeah.
means the lot, it feels like the lot's like more narrow.
Like what
It
right
is. Yeah.
here.
Yeah, I mean, even just to give yourself breathing room, I mean, 6 feet's not a lot of space.
But
and
if
They're driving
it's-
right behind you.
Can we do it? I mean, we thought.
Well,
that's-
I think that might be part of the revision if you're interested in that.
Yeah, we would love
And
to.
maybe push your garage is coming out in front of the house. Maybe it pushes back a little bit, or you even look at a side entry garage.
Okay.
Are you looking at the setback lines on that?
Yeah.
What
So
if-
there's-
So the front yard setback is right up against your garage. At the front. And then the rear
That's the
setback.
back.
At the back, we're not driving here. We're driving on the Edgar Court, and there's entrance to the house, and this is the
This is-
entrance to the garage.
And the garage is forward.
Yeah, it's the driveway right here, but we
Mhm.
want to move everything forward just a little bit here, so we have a.
I'm
So
talking
further
about
Away from the property line.
coming closer to
This.
Edgar Court.
Or,
Edgar,
Yeah.
No,
Edgar.
that's Edgar Road.
Edgar Road.
Down
closest
on
to
the page.
Edgar.
No,
So she's saying.
On the page
saying She
down.
wants it like,
just push so you're,
yeah, closer to Edgar Court.
If your
so you've got 6 feet on this side,
Down.
which I'm calling the rear.
But we still can park right here, right? We're still using them. Not gonna.
I think it might be easier if we kind of sketch it.
I mean, if you were to come off Edgar Court and go and loop into the side of your garage, that could work.
But that's a lot of.
Yeah, but
So we did it like that, it's like, we're trying to maximize the yard, because like right now, the way that it is, there's a little patio right here. But
Yeah.
we'd rather just have like a yard, we got the swing set, and getting these, maximizing this space as much as possible. is what we
Okay.
want.
But I mean, you could still push your house forward. That way, I mean, because right now you've only got 6 feet right here, which I'm saying is pretty minimal.
I'm concerned about the retaining wall, so it'd be easier on a retaining wall.
Yeah.
Push it forward.
Was that on a slope too?
Yeah,
Oh, gosh, yes.
yeah, it's a big,
So just something
big thing
to
for
consider.
this
Yeah.
house. That's good, but.
Well, what rooms are backing to the?
Oh, that's the basement, which
Yeah,
backs
I
into
see that
really,
one.
like
Yeah.
you'll see this wall, right? But it's just this gigantic room.
Okay.
Oh, no, yeah, I wasn't suggesting that, but yeah, I see what you're saying. Driving right behind.
So actually, some really.
Sorry to interrupt. Could you say that into the microphone? It's not picking up.
But they.
Anyway, just something to consider, maybe
Yeah.
pushing the house forward so it gives you more room at the back.
Yeah.
So,
we
when you're
would-
doing your
yeah,
revisions.
we would love to that.
Yeah, it just, it's something to consider because I am in a situation now where my neighbors drive very close to my outdoor relaxing area and sometimes it's not so relaxing when they're like, if people sit by
that's
with
enough.
their radios and stuff right there. So just something to consider.
No, we would love
Yeah.
to, if we can do that,
Yeah.
if you guys approve.
Yeah.
The setbacks from the
'Cause I think-
owner
so-
lot.
So what we were concerned about is that the houses, we understand, they need to have consistent setbacks.
Mhm.
And so we tried to make it where the setback from both Edgar Court and Edgar Road was consistent with the other houses.
Okay.
And if we push it more forward, then ours will be forward of this house here.
No,
Okay.
yeah, you can't go beyond the setback. So that garage would have to be reworked a little bit so that your house comes forward.
Okay.
So it's something that your architect could look at.
Okay.
Oh, like this little part, maybe this, just.
No, so she's saying, move it forward this one.
Over here.
Oh.
Just a suggestion. Yeah.
I thought the whole house, I was like, maybe there's just like, yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
Oh,
This would just
let's
be
move it
something.
whole house.
Oh, but this isn't
Or-
island.
All right, so we've, I think, discussed
This is Ann.
some design revisions and we'll make it preliminary. There's there'll be meeting minutes that are sent out and this is available on YouTube. So if there's any questions,
Basin, that's
but based on that feedback, when you resubmit, I think if those things are addressed,
Yeah.
then
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Wow.
there's if you go to the City of Webster Grove's website where there's like the meetings and agendas section, right at the very top of that page, there's the Webster Grove's YouTube channel. So if you want to review what was said in this meeting, you can just click on that and hear it all rather than, trying to remember everything.
Okay, thanks, guys.
all right, thank you. Have a good evening. All right, next project is 442 Woodlawn Avenue. Anyone present for online? Is there anyone present online for 442?
Nobody online?
No one present online for 442 Woodlawn. All right, we have some questions, so we can table the window submittal. And with that, a meeting is adjourned. Thank you all.